didn't I?
Is on. With all your requests.
Yeah, that was me.
Punching in after Rick the G.
Sorry.
Rick the G is on.
Okay, now let's do the whole ending of this thing.
Rock and roll again, Rick the G's time machine.
You know what? We'll just go back in and pop in the higher octave later.
Oh.
So you don't have to make that death-defying octave leap there.
Okay. Rock and roll again, Rick the G's time machine. Rick the G.
Rick the G
Is on.
is on.
With all your requests. Rock and roll again, Rick the G's time machine. G's time machine.
You're a stud.
John Tolson.
I was so waiting for you to come in and measure early.
I know.
I was waiting.
I had no idea where one was at that moment.
HWD Hospital Radio.
Hospital?
HWD Hospital Radio.
Oh.
WD.
Hospital
Go.
radio.
I'm sorry.
One more layer of hospital.
WD.
Hospital Radio.
Yo.
Remember that song? I'm on the Mexican radio.
Radio.
Oh, I know this.
Radio Eastward.
Music, news, and fun.
Your friendly local station. Radio Eastwood.
We'll be doing this in pieces, right?
Eastward. Radio Eastward.
Radio Eastward.
Spiffy.
Radio Eastward.
That's cool.
Sing that time.
Music, news, and fun. Music, news, and fun. Your friendly local station.
Okay.
One
we
more
gotta
time.
talk about a couple things. Are we singing and or end?
Music, news, and fun. Your friendly local station.
Was that okay?
Yes.
Ooh.
What, who?
Someone was late getting to your.
Oh.
Your friend.
Okay.
Your friend.
Your friend. Your friend. Your friend.
Music, news, and fun. Your friendly local station.
That was the first track. I bet it'll be all right in the mix.
Yeah, let's try and add third parts.
Okay.
So sliced.
Radio Eastward.
So boys are coming in on radio.
Radio.
Boys are on radio and girls come in on Eastward.
Correct.
Here we go.
That
Music, news, and chat on your favorite station. Requests and dedications. Radio Eastward.
How about it, boss?
It's been great. It's been 5 years. I didn't know Lisa before I came here, and I didn't know Ken either. And so made wonderful friends with you two. I knew you three, but you two not very well. This is a big highlight of my week. I love to teach, but I love this more. I love spending time with all of you people. I like laughing. I like singing all the hard stuff that we do. Lots of favorite jingles, lots of favorite commercials. I couldn't even begin to start with the ones that are the best, but it's just been a pretty awesome time.
You know, you just do an amazing job. You pick out these ridiculous inner parts with, you know, leaps of, you know, sharp fourths and all sorts of strange things like that, and you just make them happen. And you know, Amy was the last one to add to the group, and we put you in there, and all of a sudden the sound just gelled and it focused, and it just added a little color to it, you know, kind of a brightness to it, and it's just an amazing sound. I did not realize, and this all caught me by surprise, but you know, we made this announcement that we were going to be stopping doing jingles at the end of the year, and suddenly, you know, I'm getting email messages from people in, you know, Ireland, and email messages from people in England and California and every other state that we've done jingles for, And they all uniformly say, you know, we can pay a lot more money, but we can't get better jingles. That's what they all say, and that's you guys. I mean, you know, I write the same notes that they do in Dallas. You know, we sing the same kind of things that they do. And, you know, we started out as kind of the second cousin. And not anymore, really. It's, you know, it's, and it's, you know, to be attributed to you guys because you just put that sound together and perfectionists enough to really get it right. And people do appreciate it, and they do notice.
I don't know what I can say that Amy hasn't said. I mean, it's been one of the greatest musical experiences of my life so far, without question. And it's so refreshing to be here with everybody who wants to be here, because some of us are with some people who don't want to be there in school every day. You know, I like to teach. I love to teach. But this is, you know, this is where it's at. This is where the real music happens. And it's great to sit back and listen and go, wow, we did that? You know, when you can amaze yourself, you're pretty good.
You know, DJ is probably the most, I would say, the most versatile singer in the group as far as what he can do. I mean, you know, we all have, or you all have little talents and things that you do particularly well, but, you know, DJ, you know, you amaze me because you do the country, you know, that kind of country thing.
That's right.
And
Just
you
call
can
me
do
Sybil. That's good.
Yeah. Multiple
What do you
personalities.
mean by that?
But he does hard rock, and he can do barbershop, and he can just fit right in with the Jingle group and a male blend kind of thing.
It's nice of you to say. I don't really put myself above anybody else. Everybody's got their things they can do, and I always think of myself as having many, many useless talents, except here somehow I get paid for them, which is really cool. Thank you. I like that. Nowhere else could I get paid to go. That's it. It's amazing.
Music, news, and fun. Your friendly local station.
And Lisa, in terms of seniority, you're kind of it here by a few months anyway.
Yeah, I got him beat by a month or so.
Yeah. But Lisa is a 20-year veteran here in the Jingle Wars. You were kind of the first one, and we kind of built the
Back
sound
when
around you.
we were young, skinny, and, well, some of us were
Yeah.
skinnier.
You started singing.
Shut up! You're going to get smacked with a microphone in a minute.
You were 8. Get out of here.
She was!
Oh, my
Probably
God.
was.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is something.
Yeah.
But we kind of started, and we built a vocal group, and we got you, and then we got Doug involved, and everybody else kind of followed in. But the fun for me was adding these very, very talented people and watching it kind of come together. And within a relatively short period of time, we had a saleable vocal sound.
Music, news, and chat.
Cut.
I didn't hear enough dings.
I wouldn't touch that line.
First. Standing under the bridge, you know, in Collinwood, we'll do shouts for food. Got our little headphones on.
Oh, God.
Holding our ends.
We went to Toronto together.
Yes.
Some of us did, and we went to Chicago. But I remember
Really?
sitting in Ed DeBevic's restaurant,
Yeah.
and they were playing oldies on the
Sloppy
sound
Joes.
system,
Yep.
and you were singing in harmony, and I was sitting at the table, just having the time of my life.
Yeah.
I just thought, this is why I'm here. This is really fun, you know?
Me?
What was that?
No.
No,
We didn't get to go on any cool trips like that.
because you were 9, that's why. People in Europe certainly know who you are and ask about you in email, and, you know, now
Really? Are any of them single, handsome, and possibly rich?
I don't know.
Send them my way.
I
don't either.
know.
Being a cult.
Getting cultish.
Yeah, getting
Oh,
cultish.
okay.
Yeah.
But you know, your pictures have been on some of our CDs, and people know who you are, and people ask about you, and you know, I think it's really cool.
Doing this has just been the most musically and personally gratifying thing in my life. It's been a huge part of my life, and every time I think about how I will miss it, I get sad, and then I think to myself, wait a minute, you've had 21 years of doing something that you absolutely love, something that you wanted to do before you started doing it, and it's been just totally enjoyable. It's like a gift, you know. It's just been wonderful.
Ben has been Mr. Bass all of these years. He's the guy who you kind of stand next to him and you rumble a little bit with him when he sings, and you started in what year? 80?
84, I do
84.
believe.
And he just kind of stands there on his own little mic and gets right up next to the mic and goes, make a bass note for the people that...
Make a bass note?
Yeah, yeah.
Bop.
I love that.
Isn't that cheeseburger, right?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
The children.
Well, I actually have some favorite jingles. I do. It's really between two. It's between the pigeon jerky, yeah, which is one of my all-time favorites, or I think it might have been eclipsed by the rip-off, the When Harry Met Sally rip-off from the cafe lunch scene that Amy is so infamous for.
Oh, yes!
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's amazing.
It was
Yeah.
a quickie.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting the vapors over here. What a slogan. What a slogan. Okay. Any other jingles that you remember or experiences that you remember singing with all of these people?
Just the day-to-day, week-to-week, coming in here and being able to spend time with friends, some whom I spent an inordinate amount of time with already, but that we can get together and share this sort of thing, and two of the loves of my life, and these two ladies who I just I love them as people. I love their voices. It's just what we do is so special. You know, Russ is always there to say hi. And
I never get to hear Ben by himself, so I'm going to hand this to you, and I want you to do Rick the G's Time Machine, the famous 251. Just, would you do that last two bars for people? What key is that in?
The last two bars.
Yeah, what key? I didn't look at it.
It would be this one right here.
Okay, all right.
Rick the G's Time Machine.
Wow.
Hey, very nice.
Oh.
That was great. Okay, well, Doug, I don't know, what can I say? If you hadn't been here, we wouldn't have been here. I'm sure of that.
You got that right.
Well,
I am absolutely
yeah,
positive of
because I
that.
drug some of these other people in
Yeah,
because I knew them from other musical ventures that we were doing. Because
Yeah.
these two guys I sing with sort of semi-professionally all over the world.
yeah,
And when we needed a bass spot, you know, obviously this guy's going to fill it, and we needed to add another guy, and it's like, hello, you
Right,
I already knew
yeah.
who that would be.
yeah. But
and-
it's you know, you really kind of direct things in there. You and DJ to some extent. But I mean, you're the
Yeah.
guy who says it's up to you. If you say the take is not good and we need to do it again, we do it again. If you say it's fine, we move on. I mean,
Yeah.
that's that. And I really have counted on you all this time to just kind of.
Well, 20 years, you know,
Yeah.
it's been a glorious time, and I was teaching at the university, and I would come over here after this, and this was the most fulfilling thing that I did, teaching at the university and doing all these glorious pieces of music, and come here and do these jingles, and it was the most fun. And getting a chance to work with a lady of that caliber, of Lisa's caliber, for this amount of years, I've never met anybody with more musical talent in my life, and I've been singing
But I learned all
professionally.
from him.
Yeah, right. I've been singing for 52 years. Started singing on the radio when I was 2 years old, and I'm 54. So I've been singing for 52 years, and I've never met an equal to that woman.
Amen.
And she's just, it's
Absolutely.
just been a glorious 20 years to sing with somebody like that.
Say it.
And then to add, you know, to add these other people, it's just wonderful.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite things is when we come in, before we start the session, well, first of all, of course, pop a beer. and then secondly, to hear what we did in the last session. When we do those glorious, those collage things that he does, no, montage.
Montage, yes.
Montage.
Russ is montage man, yeah.
It's wonderful, you know, because I don't. Oh, this is scary. I don't remember doing them.
Mm-hmm.
Am I just that drunk by that time, folks? But you know, we read them off the stand, and you don't realize how musically wonderful they are,
Yeah.
until you hear them back a week or two later, and then you go like, "Dang,
Yeah.
that's good." I mean, there's nobody that does it any better,
Well,
and it was wonderful, you know.
when we put the jingles together, we do some things to them. We add compression and reverb and sometimes
Yeah.
little vibrato effects or, you know, that kind of thing. But none of that makes any difference if the singing is not right to begin with. And the singing is right, and it's there, and it's very solid. And, you know, I don't have to go about fixing many things at all. you know, I just kind of put it there and do it. And, you know, I really think that you guys are like 95% of this, and the rest of us are all 5% of it, is really how I see it. You know, I have something to do with selling the jingles and dealing with those client type folks out there.
Flatter us. I don't think Reddy hired 93.
No.
No.
But
It's been such a wonderful time, though. When
yeah,
we're standing in there and we're working, and it's really high pressure. I mean, there's nothing that I've done really that's ever, except maybe when you're actually recording like a Ritz album, that's more intense.
Yeah.
And what you're called on to do in the next 3 minutes, and then after that you just get that done and you go like this, and then you're on like this again.
yeah.
And so it's a really intense hour and a half, two and a half hours that we do. Wait.
3.5.
3.5 hours.
Yeah.
See? 3.5 hours that we do at a time. But it's amazing how much, how intense it is.
Yeah.
And yet we have so much fun because we enjoy each other.
We keep it
And
kinda
you
light.
understand that we have to have that. If we didn't, we'd explode in there because it's
Yeah.
so intense.
Well, we pretty much have to do anywhere between 6 and 8 or 9 jingles an hour.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of jingles when it's 5, 6, 7-part harmony, sometimes more.
Uh-huh.
And every note has to be right. It's not a live performance, it's on tape. And people are going to hear it over and over again, and every note has to be right. And it is by the time we get done and we move on to the next one. But you're right. I mean, we have fun, but we keep it moving.
Yeah.
You know,
And it's
we don't
just
let
been-
the energy level flag too much.
It's been so wonderful. If you would add up over 20 years for Lisa and I and all the others that these people have done, the number of hours that we've just been like, you know, intense like that, it would scare you.
Yeah.
You know, and the products that have come out of it have just been just glorious, just absolutely wonderful. Something I'm really, really proud of.
I was just sitting here adding them up. We've got over 95 years of jingle experience in this room.
And that's just Doug. We sing contemporary jingles, we sing country jingles, we do commercials, jazzy kinds of commercials. You know, solos, all guys, 4 freshmen kind of stuff, all girls, you know, just with you 5 people. And the amount of versatility that you guys have is just astounding, and it shows because we have all that kind of stuff on our demos, and it's not boring to listen to those, and it's been a wonderful thing for me. that's a wrap.